Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. How are you today? We want to continue our lesson today, or course, special in speaking. But before that, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Hari Adisham from 19 November University, one of English lecturer located in Kolaka Regency, Southeast Sulawesi. Okay, before continue our lesson, I'd like to say sorry because as a few weeks ago or few meetings I didn't attend in front of you all because I had many things to do at university. Okay, today the material will be taught is about storytelling. This is one of definitions of the storytelling. Storytelling is a technique of sharing story, and it can be fictional or based on the true story. Jadi storytelling ini adalah salah satu teknik untuk membagi cerita. Ini dapat berubah fiksi, berupa fiksi, cerita fiksi, atau berdasarkan dengan cerita eh, cerita asli atau cerita yang benar terjadi. Ya, next, ya, this is four definitions of the storytelling. The first, Wilson and Musizat, 2016, explained that storytelling is an activity that can be defined very simple as that which is done by a storyteller. As human beings, people usually tell their story about their feeling, their opinion, idea, or even anything happen in their lives. It is very simple to tell the story to others, as simple as expressing what is on mind. The second, from Kokoni 2013, defined that storytelling is the communicating of events through the use of words and sounds. This is an art of expressions and motivations, which revolves around a plot and or narrative point of view. And then the next, Ling and Julia 2015, storytelling is a learner-centered method help the student to use the informations and deliver the message to others. The last from Hopkins, 1994, claimed that a skillful teacher can use story to develop more efficient listening, more fluent speaking, and the ability to read and write easily and competently. Jadi ini ada 4 definisi dari storytelling yang mana Prof. Wilson Musizat mengatakan bahwa storytelling itu adalah sebuah aktivitas yang dapat dijelaskan sangat mudah seperti apa yang telah dilakukan oleh para pencerita atau storyteller. Kemudian sebagai manusia biasa, orang biasanya menjelaskan atau memberitahukan tentang story mereka, tentang perasaan mereka, pendapat mereka, ide-ide mereka, atau bahkan apa yang terjadi di dalam mereka. Ini sangat mudah untuk menceritakan sebuah cerita kepada orang atau kepada yang lain. Sesimpel atau sesederhana mengekspresikan apa yang ada dalam pikiran. Kemudian menurut Kokoni menjelaskan bahwa storytelling itu adalah komunikasi. Bahkan melalui penggunaan kata-kata atau suara. Nah, kemudian dia juga mengatakan bahwa ini adalah sebuah seni dalam perungkapan. Seni dalam mengungkapkan sesuatu, seni berekspresi dan improvisasi yang berputar di dalam plot, dalam suatu naratif teks atau naratif point of view. So, ya, sebuah naratif. Kemudian link dalam Julia pada Julia ini, storytelling adalah pusat belajar, metode pusat belajar yang dapat meningkatkan uh, skill listening yang efisien, kemudian kecakapan berbahasa yang lebih lebih lancar, dan kemampuan untuk membaca dan menulis secara mudah dan secara kompeten. Ini menurut Hopkins. Kemudian yang berikutnya adalah storytelling itu ada 4 tipe. Story has 4 types. The first one, cultural storytelling. The cultural storytelling defined by transmitting and conveying of certain values, morals, and beliefs. Jadi cultural storytelling ini didefinisikan atau dijelaskan dengan mentransmisikan atau apa ya, jadi menjelaskan bahwa dengan mentransmisikan dan menyampaikan nilai-nilai moral, ya, keyakinan tertentu. Kemudian yang berikutnya, family storytelling is spoken history of family or traditions. Jadi ini family storytelling ini menceritakan sejarah tentang keluarga atau sejarah tentang tradisi-tradisi. Ini adalah salah satu cerita yang kita bisa membuat menjadi cerita pendek. Ya. Jadi kita bisa menjelaskan ulang apa yang sejarah dalam keluarga atau sejarah dalam tradisi-tradisi yang ada. Yang berikutnya adalah the next, personal storytelling. Personal storytelling, the story are formed personally concern individual lives. Jadi ini bercerita tentang kepribadian, ya, yang berkonsentrasi tentang kehidupan seseorang, kehidupan individu seseorang ini. The next is apocryphal storytelling. The stories are more commonly known as urban myth. Urban myth. Ya, jadi di apocryphal storytelling ini cerita yang biasanya atau umumnya dikenal dengan mitos. Jadi kalau kita menceritakan sebuah mitos pada perkotaan atau suatu daerah, dia masuk dalam kategori urban myth. Oke. Okay, this is the storytelling, cultural storytelling. It is same with the first slide, the previous slide. It is one of the types or the first type of storytelling, that is cultural storytelling. The cultural storytelling is defined by the transmitting and conveying of certain values, morals, and beliefs. These stories are passed down from the generation to generations in an engaging and memorable form. The stories that are given to children is an attempt to teach them the meaning of the religions might be understood as cultural stories. Okay, the second. Okay, the next is family storytelling. As I mentioned just now, the second types of storytelling is family storytelling. Family storytelling is about telling a story of the family. Kemudian ini tell about the traditions of family. Jadi para siswa atau mahasiswa bisa menceritakan cerita tentang keluarga, tapi jangan juga diceritakan tentang yang yang sifatnya rahasia. Jadi cerita mungkin tentang kebaikan keluarga atau bahwa menceritakan tentang keluarga yang dermawan, itu bisa. Kemudian tradisi dalam keluarga, the traditions of your family, you can talk about the traditions also. And the next, personal storytelling through living. Jadi ini personal storytelling menceritakan, kita bisa menceritakan tentang kehidupan pribadi. Misalnya kehidupan pribadi itu ada mungkin dari mahasiswa yang pernah dibully atau dari mahasiswa pernah dapat prestasi, itu termasuk personal storytelling, dan bisa selama dia kehidupannya, dia they still can remember all the story about his life or her life. They can retell the story. And the next, the last is okay. It is the last types of storytelling. You can see on the slide. You can read it together. Apocryphal stories are presented to the listener unlikely and often unbelievable truths or doubtful stories told as a fact. These stories are more commonly known as myth. Apocryphal derives from the Greek word apokrypho, the meaning hidden. Generally, this is a type of storytelling that revolves around things of fear or things that cannot be fully understood. Ya, jadi ini adalah uh, tipe terakhir dari storytelling yang menjelaskan bahwa ini kebenarannya tidak bisa dipastikan, kemudian sering sekali menjelaskan kebenaran yang tidak mungkin, ya, yang tidak bisa dipercaya. Kemudian kata apokryphal itu berasal dari bahasa Yunani yang apokrypho, yang mengartikan dia tersembunyi. Jadi ini tersembunyi maksudnya dia belum tentu bisa dipastikan kebenarannya. Itu apocryphal storytelling. Jadi kalau kita mempunyai cerita tentang mitos yang kita tidak tahu kebenarannya, nah dia masuk dalam kategori apocryphal. Nah, kadang bisa juga kita menjelaskan seperti itu untuk uh, penyampaian cerita. Yang penting intinya adalah we can practice our English by telling the story. Then we have to remember the content of the story. Jadi kita harus ingat isi dari cerita itu related to the topic. Jadi harus berhubungan dengan topiknya. That is the apocryphal storytelling. The next, okay, now it's time to give you an assignment. Well, students, because I have told you the kinds of storytelling and the definition of the storytelling. Now I'll give you the assignments. The first assignment, please make one story based on the 4 types of storytelling. This is, you can choose which one do you prefer to tell about the storytelling. There are 4 types. The first is cultural storytelling. The second is family storytelling. The third is personal storytelling. And the fourth is apocryphal storytelling. Choose one of them and then make one story. You may make it into written verse. After that, try to memorize it and then try to retell the story without notes. After that, record yourself. Record yourself when you tell the story. Yeah, record yourself, speak in front of the camera, and recording it. After recording it, you may edit it. You may do the improvisation about your videos. After that, submit it into learning management system of uh, Subang University. Yeah, that is the assignment for you. Maybe that's all. The assignment. Thank you. Okay, we move to the next slide. Okay, the last is thank you. Okay, I hope uh, this is the material about the storytelling. This material is one of material can improve your English, especially in speaking. Try to speak fluently. Try to speak well people by practicing like this. Okay, thank you.